The story begins with a spacecraft crash deep into the ocean on the edge of Gotham Metropolis's harbor, which sends tidal waves crashing into the metropolis. Batman, our black-clad hero, plunges into the sea well below the surface to examine the spaceship. A nude female rises from the sea and enters Batman's boat, alerting him as he is looking at the submerged car. He chases her underwater, but the boat veers ahead erratically. Three guys are moving some items into an old warehouse as she runs into them. When one of them attempts to torment the girl, she delivers a powerful strike that knocks him to the ground, demonstrating her extraordinary strength. Upon seeing the strange lights and the strange human species, this extraterrestrial girl subsequently creates chaos in the metropolis. The forces attempt to shoot her down in addition to informing the city police forces, who see her as a threatened competitor. She has great alien abilities, comparable to those of a Kryptonian, however, and this causes even more havoc in the metropolis. Her wrath is only stopped when Superman shows there just in time. After that, she is captured by Batman, who intentionally weakens her abilities by exposing her to a large chunk of kryptonite he discovered on the sinking vessel. Batman looks into her identity and comes to the conclusion that she is not human and that no outside records of her existence exist. But just in time, Superman shows there to reveal that this girl is Kara Zor-El, the late Jor-El's niece and consequently his biological cousin. Superman accepts her with open arms and takes on the responsibility of caring for her while also teaching her how to communicate in English and act politely in public. Batman continues to be wary of Kara because he believes she is powerless and might pose a danger to the planet. Batman's assertion is challenged by Superman, who claims that Kara may be his sole blood relative. Batman confronts Kara in private. She has almost completely forgotten some of her memories. Kara admits that she can recall a brief account of what happened on their homeworld. Unfortunately, an asteroid assault caused a crash of the spacecraft her father had built to bring Kara to Earth, trapping her in complete darkness and murdering both of her parents. On planet Apocalypse, on the opposite side of the cosmos, a conflict amongst female warriors has taken place to test their might. None of the female fighters shown leadership talent. Darkseid, the planet's tyrant, learns of Kara's presence on Earth and orders Granny Goodness, an elite soldier, to transport Kara to Apocalypse as a potential candidate to command the female Furies. Kara is brought along with Superman to help him accustom her to human customs as his alter ego Clark Kent. They vie for a variety of things, and Kara becomes used to the fundamental traditions of the human world. As the dust settles, they have taken part, where Lila and Wonder Woman assault Kara. Kara attempts to defend herself by wreaking chaos, but she has no idea who they are, thus she ends up destroying the surrounds. Superman is urged by Wonder Woman and Lila, who have been given a tip by Batman, to release Kara so they may take her to Themyscira, where she will get martial arts instruction and learn power manipulation skills. Superman initially objects but ultimately accepts their offer. A few months later, Batman and Superman visit Themyscira to see how Kara is doing after receiving new training. She is requested to take part in a duel with Artemis. Artemis pushes Kara to the ground during their fight, which enrages Superman, who wants to take Kara back with him. A contentious discussion results from Wonder Woman's dissent. Kara becomes quite irritated by this and yells out at them, telling them that she is competent enough to make her own judgments. With Lila in tow, she flees, leaving Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman to argue over Lila's safety. While swimming in the lake with Lila, Kara admits that she feels really fortunate to have Lila as a friend. Boom tunnels on the opposite side of the island reveal a swarm of Doomsday replicas. The army of Amazons rushes forward to engage the bad guys as they advance towards Diana. Superman and Wonder Woman take the initiative as they engage the enemies in battle and defeat them. Batman learns that the Doomsday replicas lack blood. Batman is gone after Superman uses his heat vision to destroy all of the bad guys. When they go looking for Batman, they discover him at the lake. Lila's nude corpse, which had been slain and dumped into the water, was close to Batman. The two are terrified when they watch the attack and find out Kara was also kidnapped. Lila was killed while attempting to save Kara, which has caused Superman to be utterly devastated and pledge retribution. They understand that the assault was a distraction and that Darkseid the villain had everything planned out to save Kara. Wonder Woman offers to join Superman to Apocalypse in order to rescue Kara when Superman insists on going there. They see Big Barda, the former leader of the female Furies on Apocalypse, in order to get advice and support. The two are told by Barda that saving Kara would be difficult since Darkseid will corrupt her, manipulate her flaws, and turn her into a killing machine. Initially hesitant, Barda eventually agrees to assist the heroes on the condition that she too accompany them since she is the only one of the group who is familiar with planet Apocalypse and its surroundings. The heroes accept her as a fellow traveler, and they go out to the barren apocalypse. In the meanwhile, Granny Goodness kidnaps Kara and transports her to Apocalypse. Darkseid, the new god, confronts her there and implores her to serve as the leader of his female Furies. He pushes her to the point where she thinks her abilities are unmatched and that when her name is spoken, dread will spread across the cosmos. Consequently, she was likely brainwashed. In order to reach Apocalypse, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Barda resolve to break into Darkseid's stronghold. When Darkseid learns of their presence, he sends his terrible army to destroy them. But within minutes, his soldiers and their military vehicles are destroyed. The four of them then decide to split up. Barda and Wonder Woman form an alliance, while Superman rushes straight for the Darkseid Palace. Batman enters the subterranean cavern and finds the Hellspores, Apocalypse's primary supply of fire pits. Soon, a gigantic robotic mammoth attacks him, but the black-robed hero is unflappable. The female Furies are sent out by Granny Goodness to murder the female combo as Wonder Woman and Barda enter the combat ring via the sewer. Barda says that she trained them all when she was in Apocalypse to Wonder Woman's comment that the female Furies are formidable fighters as she wrestles with them. Wonder Woman is about to be slain by one of the female Furies, Stampa, during the fierce struggle between them, but Barda leaps into action and rescues her. The situation changes when Granny Goodness seizes Barda and implores Wonder Woman to give up or slash her neck. Deanna is on the verge of giving up in order to save her friend when she unexpectedly takes the sword from the Fury and releases Barda from their hold. Together, the two take down Granny Goodness and all the female Furies. When Superman dashes inside the Palace of Darkseid, several of the adversary's troops led by Fury stop him. He assaults them and bursts into the palace, where he sees Darkseid seated on his throne and Kara acting in an utterly bizarre manner next to the villain. He asks Kara to go back to Earth with him, but she has been completely infected by Darkseid and is under his hypnotic sway. When Darkseid commands Kara to murder Superman, she immediately moves forward to defeat him while Darkseid watches the changed Kara engage in combat with her beloved blood relative. Superman understands that the only way to defeat Kara is with might, not with kindness. He engages Kara in fight and purposefully takes the lead. When Batman approaches Darkseid and tells him that he has triggered all of the Hellspores, which will eventually destroy Apocalypse, the tale becomes heated. Darkseid smirks at the technical protection that prevents unauthorized access to the activation without a password. Darkseid is scared when Batman, however, demonstrates his hacking techniques and style. Darkseid acknowledges being impressed by Batman's cunning and wit and expressing his admiration for his techniques. He claims that the Kryptonian or the Amazonian would have lost if they had taken that risk. Darkseid concedes that neither Wonder Woman nor Superman has the inner fortitude to wipe out a whole world. After Superman vanquished Kara Zor-El, Barda, and Wonder Woman give Darkseid a subdued Granny Goodness. Darkseid ultimately lets Kara out of his hypnosis after admitting defeat and let the heroes to escape Apocalypse. Superman is at Kara's side as she awakens from her coma condition after the superheroes transport her to Themyscira. She hugs him affectionately and claims she can't recall what happened to her. The death of Lila was the last thing she remembered. She laments the loss of her first and closest friend, but Superman comforts her by promising that everything will be well. By Lila's statuette, Kara and the heroes congregate. Kara expresses her sorrow and makes Lila proud. Batman and Wonder Woman are bid goodbye by Superman and Kara before they depart to resume their previous lives. Kara will accompany Superman when he travels to Smallville to see Jonathan and Martha Kent, his parents. When they reach the Kent farm, Kara is ecstatic to see the surrounding area and its inhabitants. A massive arm from within the house surprises Superman as he is ready to open the door, exposing Darkseid. Superman is ambushed by Darkseid, who claims that he merely agreed to leave Kara, not Superman or Earth. He overpowers Superman and uses his potent Omega rays to gravely harm him. Swiftly taking offense, Superman attacks Darkseid with all of his power. Darkseid, however, demonstrates that he is too strong and uses his Omega rays to almost kill Superman. When Kara wakes up, she finds Darkseid's mother box on the barn floor. She then turns on a boom tube next to him as Superman uses his heat vision to shoot Darkseid through. Kara tells Superman that she changed the coordinates to a random spot in space, leaving Darkseid drifting hopelessly in space with his body frozen to ice as he waits for Darkseid to return from Apocalypse. Later, when Martha and Jonathan Kent return, they are shocked to discover the property in complete disorder. When Kara is introduced as his cousin by Superman, she welcomes the group with a friendly embrace. The two elderly people are shocked and rendered speechless as the farmhouse collapses to the ground. The two of them go to Themyscira, where Superman gathers the Amazons and his allies to present Kara Zor-El, this time in the guise of Supergirl, having saved her cousin's life and discovered her role on Earth. She resolves to use her abilities for good, and Wonder Woman, the Amazons, and even Batman embrace her decision. The story concludes with Superman and Supergirl saying goodbye to their friends and the people of Themyscira and moving to their new home in Metropolis.